Welcome and hello everyone to another Tech Brews Games video. Today I am bringing you some Terra Nil. Been hearing some rumors about this game and how sweet it is. It's a planet restoration game, kind of like just a low-key, stress-free like planet builder, I guess. So as of right now, they don't have a release date from what I have seen. It's to be determined, but they do have this little demo game. And so I went ahead and I played one game of it, and let me tell you, this game is going to be addicting, you guys. Basically, the objective of this game is you have a planet that clearly is a barren wasteland, and our job is to go ahead and try to restore the planet and get things to grow back, try and get rivers and water flowing and all that kind of stuff. So the concept of the game is you have all of these little things that you can build down here. You have a little target greenery coverage percentage that you go for, and then this is almost like your money. These little leaves is like your currency basically. And then over here you have your climate research. So you've got your temperatures and your humidity. And as of right now, the entire planet is pretty cold with very low humidity, and the goal is to get it up here into what looks like maybe the, I guess if that's 50 and that's 30, we're looking at maybe like 45 degrees Celsius, 42 degrees Celsius range with, I don't know, maybe like 80% humidity. So very first thing that you do is you go and plop down some of these windmills here for power, and you can plant these guys anywhere on top of the rocks basically. And the next thing is to go ahead and lay down some toxin scrubbers. So this game really, what I have come to find out, is it's really just a giant game of Jenga, or like Tetris. You really just kind of go around plopping all these little machines to try and restore this planet to the best of our ability, basically, and trying to fit everything into what makes sense, right? So you plop down these little toxin scrubbers all over the place. So far I've noticed I like to start kind of in the corners and lay down all of your little toxin scrubbers first, because then what you'll see is the next step is we are going to, I think I'm going to put that guy right there. And it doesn't even look like that one's really worth it just yet. So we're going to wait on that one, but lay down all of your little toxin scrubbers. And with this game, since this is the demo, this game is obviously in its very early, very early stages, and because of the demo, it's very easy. There's really not a whole lot to this game right now. But okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and we need to we almost ran out of money there. I wasn't even paying attention. So as we lay these things down, you'll see the little plus signs there, and those little plus signs above the little plus sign above the irrigation, that is saying that it's going to give us 170 points back for laying this guy down. So it's really just about now placing everything as best as you can in the most strategic way possible. So let's see, go up 144, there we go. And you'll see now our money is kind of like replenishing itself here, right? 151, and so now you guys can see, right, these guys, they spray out water, and we're just trying to cover as much as we possibly can here. And that's why, like, these will not, you'll see here, right, this sprays out water, and it only grows grass where we've scrubbed the ground. It doesn't grow grass on any of the untouched areas here. So that's why it's beneficial lay down your scrubbers first to then make sure that you're kind of maximizing these guys as much as possible, if that all makes sense. So I think this guy, we're not going to go with a straight one. I really like the straight ones. Definitely kind of makes your life a little bit easier in doing the straight ones, but I think on these ones it might be better to do a couple corner pieces here. So the goal is to get the target greenery coverage all the way up to 100% right now. So we're just going to keep laying these guys down to whatever makes sense. And then we are also going to go ahead and start laying down some of these guys to bring in some water into our life here. Oof, maybe I should have just done that one. I probably would have been smarter than that one. Oh well. That's alright. You'll see as the water fills in the river, it also puts in a little bit of greenery just around the edges there. Definitely perks up the map quite a bit. So, we're going to do the same thing here. And then I'm going to show you guys another little trick. So when laying these things down, really look at the affected area here, right? The green area. The goal is just try and get as much greenery as you possibly can here, right? Self-explanatory. And then we're going to go ahead and lay down a couple of straights. Looks like that's going to be the best. And trust me, guys, I am pretty fucking OCD. It drives me nuts that I have all these little patches all over the place, but don't worry. If you're like me, don't worry about it. We will fix that at the very end. Alright. Now this guy, you'll see that we've got a lot of coverage here. We've tried pretty damn hard to get everything that we can. We've got this nice long stretch here, though. What we're going to do is this guy is like an excavator. So it's going to create a whole new riverbed for us. The thing, though, is that this does destroy the ground a little bit around it. So just be prepared to kind of deal with that, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. But what we're trying to accomplish is adding in more riverbed space. And once we can do that, there is this calcifier that helps add more rock space. And what that's going to do, allow us to plant down a new turbine here so we can lay down some more scrubbers and green everything up just a wee bit more. Man, that is some unfortunate placement there. Oh well. It's the OCD kicking in again. And then we're just going to go ahead and plant this stuff down as much as we can. I think we're going to do... Ugh, God, it's the OCD again. I think that guy makes sense, and that makes sense. Boom, there we go. All right. Successfully repopulated this wasteland with plant life. Now increase the biodiversity. See, now that we got there, we got some little birdies coming in. These really sweet-looking ducks. White birds, whatever. All right. So now it's time to upgrade our biodiversity. So this is all the level 2 stuff that we get. Basically, we want to be able to plant all of these by the very end. So the very first thing that we're going to do is put up a research center, which reduces the cost for the scrubbers, pumps, calcifiers, excavators, and makes excavators smaller, which is a huge help. One recommendation that I have for you guys is just tuck that guy away in the corner somewhere. That will help you out in the end, I promise. For the first one, we're gonna work on some hydroponiums, whatever that is, create wetlands, and these have to go on top of our little irrigators, and basically it's going to help bring in a whole bunch of water, create some wetlands for some frogs, basically. We got just a little bit of a drizzle going on around here, it looks like. So we're going to go ahead, and because these guys have to be located pretty close to the water lines also, we're going to go ahead, fill these guys in. You'll see that our little bar is increasing here for how much wetland we actually need around here, so that's something to keep in mind. And at least for me personally, I've definitely found, I think it's easiest to work on each one of these little hydro beehives, whatever. Just work on each one of these little circles at a time, basically, for your biomes, just so then that way you kind of know where everything's at. And in the very end, we'll be kind of strategic in trying to kind of making sure strategically that all this shit makes sense. Damn it, I screwed that up. In that, obviously, since we can't place... Yeah, see, this one would probably make the most sense. Since we can't obviously place this way out here, it won't do us any good. We want to go ahead and try and keep all of our wetlands as close to the riverbeds as we possibly can. And making sure, let's see here. Alright, so we've kind of hit a little bit of a roadblock here. We're going to have to lay down one of these guys. Unfortunately, lay down one of these guys. Lay down a couple of scrubbers. We might as well. And green this place up a little bit. And then we should be able to put this down to create some more wetlands. Our little boggy areas down here. Alright, so we got that checked off. Next thing is we are going to work on beehives. Beehives have to go in the trees. So this will be kind of a little combined wetland / beehive area. And I can tell you guys that, so the beehives in the trees, right, these have to go in the pine trees. And these trees were already, if you actually look, I should have pointed it out beforehand, but these beehives were already here prior to... or these trees were dead. They were here prior to us greening everything up. The trees will grow in the more crap that you lay down and plant. So, since we have now planted beehives in everywhere that we possibly can, and this is so annoying that we are like, I mean, literally right there. Our only option is to go ahead and dig ourselves some new paths, so then we can lay down some new scrubbers and some new power plants to then try and get us just a little bit closer to greening up the areas around here, basically, because the only way that we can lay down new rock is with these calcifiers, right? So that's where things get a little tricky here. And so let's see here. I don't think that'll help us out a little bit. We really don't have... Shoot. I think what we're going to have to do, whether we like it or not, lay down this calcifier first, lay down this guy, then lay down our scrubbers, then we can go ahead and lay that guy down. I think first, though, I'm going to dig us just a little bit of a further hole for our water line here. And then we'll go ahead, lay this guy down. Keep track of your money while you're doing all this, because this does get, you can get lost in this pretty easily. Alright, so then we'll lay down some more scrubbers. And this is being really inefficient now. Driving me really nuts. And then we're going to go with, let's see, that's 34, 41. That looks like a good amount. And then +7, +10, +12. Lay down that guy. And shit, we did not grow any new trees yet. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. Well, and actually, you know what I just realized is we really need the areas around these trees. Actually would be a huge help. These were just a little bit more grown out, which I don't know how you reverse that now. Did I fuck this up? I think I fucked this up. Okie dokie then. So, that fucking sucks, bro. Again, this is a little tricky. Alright, we're gonna see if, we're going with plan number 2. I got another plan here to really hit this last number. We're gonna go and dive deep into this, and I'm gonna show you guys, if you do what I did and kind of screw it up a little bit, how to fix this. So, create a new path, lay down some more toxin scrubbers. Now I'm kind of figuring this out on the fly, but I think I understand what I need to do now. We are going to build out some more vegetation here, like so. And this guy, these guys together are going to completely burn and desolate the land. It's going to create a whole bunch of ash. So you guys will see here in just a second how this whole thing works. So it does a controlled burn. I hope that this works. This should work. Right, so it burns the whole area, and this is part of one of our other biomes. This is basically like more forest land, right? And this will help replenish a whole bunch of our money resources, right? This is also creating, oopsies, that was not a good placement. We actually went negative on that one. Oopsie daisies. Alright, so now that we've done that, now look at, right, so we definitely checked that one off, 100%. So really now, it's just trying to get these guys to plant enough, and hopefully we can get ourselves there. I think a few things that we want to do in being smart about this is making sure that every tree that we plant down, we have a well-established area for the irrigation lines, right? Because the little beehive areas are not going to rest on areas that are, I guess, not green, right? The dirt lands or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. The unfertilized areas. That sounds smarter. So, green these areas up. And I understand that I'm taking a little bit of a hit here on these. But that should get us to where we need to be at. It should have. There we go. Alright, boom, look at that. See? A little bit of engineering, clearing some paths, creating some rocks, all that kind of stuff. So with biodiversity restored, we can begin the process of cleaning up. Alright. So now, level number 3, this wants us to go through and literally clean up all of the crap that we laid down. Now, with my OCD, I hate that we still have all this barren wasteland, and how we fix all of this is first, before we start cleaning everything up, is use our humidity pylons and temperature pylons. So temperature-wise, between cold and hot, you can see that we're already in line with hitting the sweet spot. So we do not need any sort of temperature control pylons. What we do need, though, is these humidity control pylons. And this is where you got to be really careful and going around, and don't go overboard, don't do too little, don't do too much, and go around and just place these guys and increase the humidity as much as possible. This is going to be a really good one, 12%. I would imagine this should get us pretty close. If the developers are watching this, one thing that would be really useful is telling me exactly where I'm at on the humidity level and telling me how much more do I have to go, because these little, like, I've got a feeling that that 12% is going to put me way overboard, more than likely. Now look at this, we already got some little deers coming in, we've got the birds, we've got the deer. Our little biome is starting to look good. We're going to keep adding these little 2%ers until, boom, there we go, sweet spot. Now what you will see happen, as you just heard, there's some rumbling, and these storms are going to come in, it'll start raining and filling in all these little sweet spots. Alright, now to get the hell out of here, we need to lay down our ship, and it should be close to the river. Then we place a boat that's going to help collect all of our trash. Now these guys, these silos, is what's going to pick up all of the products that we've laid down. Then the loading dock will help pick up the silos in the area and pick up some of the material. And then these guys, these pound locks, are going to be for if you have any area that maybe steps up or steps down in the riverbeds. I think everything is pretty equal. I don't think I have anything besides right here that's a little bit of a waterfall. So really, at this point now, go ahead and start laying down these silos as best as you can to collect everything in the area. And then these little loading dock guys need to then pick up all of the silos. So at this point, I would highly recommend you lay down all of your silos first, make sure that it picks everything up, and strategically try and place these guys before placing the loading dock. So that way you know that you have collected everything, because you may end up having to, you can lay down a silo and one silo will pick up the other silos if need be, which you can do that if you end up having to place a silo way out here and slowly moving it in. So it's one strategy to keep in mind, but you should really do that last. That should be the last thing that you do. And see, watch, we'll place this guy to pick up that and should pick up those other silos, right? So go ahead, place these guys, pick up our excavator, everything else. Now that we've done this side, I feel comfortable, I think, having this side, and these guys have to be placed on the riverbeds. So we're going to place this guy there. That kind of screws us. That guy's going to need to go there. That guy can pick up there. This guy can pick up there. Pick up that guy. And I think we have this side of the riverbed taken care of. So now, annoyingly, we got that one guy, which I think, though, yeah, I don't want to risk it. I think those, from what I can see, the loading docks will also pick up the material on land, not just the silos, but it'll pick up anything on land, I believe. So you could technically place this guy like right here and it'll pick up all of that stuff, but we want to try and get these silos in place first to pick up as much as we can. That picked up all of that. Hopefully that should pick up that guy, and this guy. And so then we just need, oh man, that guy's just out of reach. Put that guy there. Place. Oh my god, that is so close. We'll see if that actually picks up those guys. So that's all picked up. Just zooming around the map, make sure I don't have any more red arrows. Our humidity levels are good. Everything is filling in. Look at our little guy is good. You know that you're done when you can hit the launch button. Watch your little ship fly off here. We're going to leave these deers, the fish, and the bees to go ahead and fuck up this planet on their own, because we're out. We did our job. Pick up our little boat. And we are on our way. Fly off with our beautiful little dome with the birds, the fish, everything. Look at how cool this game is. This game is sweet, man. It's such a cool little relaxing puzzle solver, you know? As you fly off, we got the rain coming in. It's gonna fill in just a few more gaps in here. Leave our beautiful little planet to be. And what I'm guessing is, since this is just the demo, what happens, you click on continue, and you'll see that on the planet, our one little island that we were just working on is gonna green up. So my guess is, in the full game, as you go, you're gonna go from island to island, doing the same thing, and the maps will just get harder and harder. The resources will become more scarce. But that is Terra Nil for you guys. So definitely a sweet game. I would highly recommend, if you are a city builder type of player, I would recommend this game, just because it's you're not building a city, but you're building a planet, restoring it. It's a lot of fun. So otherwise, you guys, make sure to like and subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to wait for this game to be released, and then I could definitely see myself playing more. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.